earlier this week, Chuck Jones, the president of United Steelworkers 1099 Union, came out and criticized Donald Trump for absolutely fabricating the story of the Carrier air conditioning plant and saving all these jobs and making things so great, a deal-making process in which the unions were actually cut out. Turns out the real deal is going to ship most of the jobs to Mexico and pretty much screw over the remaining workers. So Chuck Jones, president of the Steelworkers Union, went to Twitter and began talking about the fact that, yeah, Donald Trump wasn't completely forthright with that deal, and therefore we need to look at it a little bit more skeptically. He wasn't being a jackass about it, he was just telling us the facts. So the president-elect, Donald Trump, does what he does best, and he got on his Twitter and began essentially cyberbullying Jones to shut down this dissent. Now, let's think about it this way. Donald Trump is about to become the president of the United States. Chuck Jones is the president of a union. The power that these two individuals hold is not even comparable. I mean, Jones is essentially just an average citizen. Donald Trump is about to be the most powerful human being in the world. And yet, this person, Donald Trump, has such thin skin that he felt it necessary to get on Twitter and attack this man for literally saying the truth. Donald Trump can't handle that, so he got on Twitter trying to shut him down and most ironically told him, maybe you should spend less time tweeting and more time working. This coming from a man who's skipping his intelligence briefings and literally not doing his job and spending all of his time on Twitter. Donald Trump hates dissent. And that's what's very scary. Because like I said, he's about to be the most powerful human being in the world. He will have the power, and I guarantee you he's going to try to use it to shut down dissent in the United States. And that includes independent, progressive media outlets that are critical of him. We have seen time and time again during his campaign and during this transition that Donald Trump cannot take any form of criticism. He is a weak-willed sissy and cannot handle it. So, he's going to do what he can. Now, that would, if he were to attempt to shut down dissent or shut down any kind of progressive media sites that criticize him, that would go against the First Amendment. However, he could do it long enough before it goes through the court systems where they're able to strike it down unless he gets his court appointment through on the Supreme Court and they decide to uphold something like that. Now, these are all possibilities. He hasn't said he's going to do this, but let me put it this way. There is legislation going through Congress right now that would crack down on basically what they call foreign interference via fake news, via social media, blah, 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 in the United States election process or anything like that. Who's to say that they can't expand that? Who's to say that they can't make that include anyone who's critical of Donald Trump? Who's to say that they couldn't just falsely link someone to this and shut them down? Because we've already seen it. Those lists going around made by individual yahoos here and there that actually have no credibility whatsoever, they're still there. And they're saying like, oh, this site, Raw Story, Crooks and Liars, even Ring of Fire. Yeah, these are propaganda sites. They should be shut down. The Young Turks, they're a propaganda site. They should be shut down. This doesn't make any sense, okay? None of these people have any credibility to speak of, yet people are actually looking at these lists that they've created as if they hold some kind of bearing. And it's really sad that people would do that. But what's even sadder is that Donald Trump is the kind of guy who would do that. Because his ego is so fragile, he will take any opportunity to shut down dissent. And that's what we saw earlier this week with Chuck Jones. But that's why in these coming years, the progressive media is going to be so important. Because we have to continue doing this no matter what Donald Trump threatens. If you get on Twitter and Donald Trump has personally attacked you, then you're doing something right. Dissent at this point is all we have. And it's what we have to continue to do during these next 4 years until we can get this idiot out of office and start fixing the mess that he has already created in Washington, D.C. If he attempts to shut down dissent of any kind, like he is right now with his cyberbullying, we will fight back. We will come back stronger than ever if he starts to attack us. And that goes for any other progressive media site or outlet or person or individual or union president or environmentalist or activist of any kind. Trump will not shut anyone down, because the second he attempts to, you're going to have all of the rest of us right there behind them to back him up.